Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. Late last night, rumors began circulating that the SEC vs. Ripple case would be extended by about a month. And as it turns out, this rumor was true. Now, technically, the judge still needs to approve this, but the SEC and Ripple filed a letter to the court jointly, and they actually both sides want this extension. And I will explain to you why. So, and look, I'm with you. I want this whole damn thing over. I'm tired of the ass-hattery. I could do with less ass-hattery in my life, and I believe that that will become a reality as soon as this stupid-ass case is over. But, unfortunately, short-term, we're going to have to deal with a little bit more of this nonsense. But it's going to be okay. Like, in the end, what's one more month? Justice will still be done. I do believe, I believe that's what's probable here. But yes, I'm with you too. It's not fun. Before I get into the specifics, I do want to be clear that I do not have a legal or financial background of any kind. I am not offering legal or financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. And so here is what started it all. There's this tweet from Eleanor Terrett, who is a journalist at Fox Business Network, and I believe she's also a producer. Isn't that correct? Let me look at her profile here. Yeah, journalist and producer. And she's been working very closely with Charles Gasparino, who of course is another Fox Business journalist, and they've been just doing an absolutely fantastic job covering the SEC versus Ripple case, just reporting the facts. And that's the thing, like, just getting the facts out there, the real truth, it is very damning for the SEC. Happy to see that. And it's just nice to see mainstream media getting this out because the likes of CNBC and many others, CNN, like, no interest in covering the biggest non-fraud financial story from having to do with the SEC in decades. No interest in talking about it. Isn't that a little bit peculiar? But that's what's happening. So here's the tweet. This is from late last night. Scoop. The expert discovery deadline in the Ripple vs. SEC case will be pushed back a month due to the rapid spread of the Omicron variant. A source close to the case tells Fox Business a letter outlining this new motion will be filed in court as early as tomorrow, which did happen. So it would be very surprising if the court didn't approve this. And the judge made clear, too. She said, look, I don't want any additional extensions, but when it comes to health and safety, like, what are you going to do? You know, what are you actually functionally going to do? So I think they're kind of stuck here. And then there was this tweet from just this afternoon. At the time I'm recording this, it is 3:24 p.m. on Wednesday the 12th. And so this tweet was just 23 minutes ago, actually. I'm Central Standard Time here. This is also from Eleanor. And she wrote, because somebody responded to her tweet from last night and wrote, whatever happened to that thing called Zoom that other court cases are using? So a lot of you are kind of wondering, if there's this delay, why not just, Zoom like everybody else is doing in the world? Well, here's what Eleanor had to say on that topic. I've been told it's hard to depose via Zoom because there are lots of documents lawyers want the experts to reference. They get 7 hours with each witness, which sounds like a lot, but imagine the time wasted if screen sharing malfunctions, the font is too small, or Wi-Fi is spotty. So, like, as much as we don't like this, there's a reason that both sides are agreeing to this. And then Charles Gasparino, here's a tweet from him echoing the same thing. He wrote, breaking, and this is just from this afternoon, 1:54 p.m. Central Standard Time. Breaking, Ripple's legal team sees value in the COVID-related delay of the SEC's XRP case. They want to grill witnesses for the entire 7-hour deposition limit in person as opposed to via Zoom, where it's less effective. Then there was also this from Charles Gasparino. This is from this afternoon, also 2:24 p.m. And he wrote, Scoop. He tagged Ripple and the SEC. Ripple and SEC asking judge to extend a deadline for taking witness testimony on XRP case from this week to February 28th, citing another outbreak. Also, Ripple believes judge this week could rule on motion to get internal SEC documents, re the commission's discussion of XRP. Now, that would be a big deal. I mean, it will be a big deal. It's going to happen at some point. The judge will rule on this. We're talking about the DPP because the delivered process privilege, because the SEC engaging in supreme ass hattery, because that's what they do. They are claiming that all of their documents pertaining to Bitcoin and Ethereum and XRP, name the crypto, they are super, super duper secret private and Ripple cannot see them. That's what they're claiming. Now, of course, it's highly relevant to Ripple's fair notice defense. So we're hoping and expecting that the judge will force the SECs to have their documents admitted as evidence within this case, that it can be part of the actual trial when it begins. That's what I'm hoping, and that's what I'm expecting, but we don't know for sure. But we may get word on that very, very soon, according to Charles Gasparino here, which would be very, very nice. But in the meantime, and I'm assuming that the judge is going to, I'd be surprised but if the judge didn't approve it. So I'm expecting this case really will be extended another 41 days. And attorney James K. Filan, who of course is an XRP community member, he shared the actual document here, and I'm going to go ahead and read this. And so this is filed just this afternoon. And by the way, again, this is from the SEC and also Ripple Labs. And it reads as follows. Dear Judge Torres, pursuant to Rule 29B of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure and Rule, I think it's a little blurry, it's IC1C, it's one of those, of this court's individual practices, Plaintiff Securities and Exchange Commission and defendants Ripple Labs, Inc., Bradley Garlinghouse, and Christian A. Larson, jointly and respectfully request that the court extend the close of expert discovery to February 28th, 2022. Audible sigh. Expert discovery is currently scheduled to close on January 14th, 2022, with the exception of one deposition to be taken on January 19th, 2022. The parties have disclosed a total of 16 expert witnesses. Depositions for 8 of those 16 experts will have been completed by this week. However, due to the spike of the pandemic here infections, particularly in New York City, related to travel difficulties and unanticipated personal matters for certain expert witnesses, the parties request leave to postpone the remaining expert depositions to February. The parties have agreed that the remaining expert depositions will take place in February regardless of the state of the pandemic. If granted, the requested relief would not impact any other deadline in this case. For these reasons, the parties respectfully request that the court grant their request to extend expert discovery to February 28th, 2022 for good cause shown. The parties have submitted as Exhibit A hereto a proposed order reflecting this joint request. And so, if it really is true, and it does seem to be the case, that they can't meet as a result of what's cited here, I'd rather have this be done properly, to be honest with you. Like, I don't want to delay just like you don't, I know that, but I'd rather have that and have these individuals, these experts properly deposed. Because, look, I think there's something to this. Like, I actually buy the argument. You guys will have to tell me below if you buy the argument. I actually do. I think that the in-person interaction is going to be very different. And then also, what Eleanor cited, too, as far as potential technical mishaps, dragging things out are, well, actually, it wouldn't drag it out. I think there's a 7-hour limit regardless. It could result in less information being discussed. And I know 7 hours sounds like a lot, but how much of that might get eaten up? Like, I bet here's the thing. I don't think Ripple's attorneys have any shortage of questions for these experts that are being deposed. That would be my suspicion, right? So I'd rather this happen. I'd rather have the delay and have this done right than just do some sort of shoddy, less desirable meeting via Zoom. Nothing against Zoom, but I'd rather have it done this way, seriously. So it looks like this is what's going to happen again. The judge has to approve this, but I'd be surprised if the judge did not approve this. And so it is what it is. I'll go ahead and wrap up there. Let me know what you think below, though. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.